Novus Glass, show us your crack, they'll sort it out. So Simon Gibbon, the sales manager for Pro Climate New Zealand out of North Canterbury. Hey Tomo, if you're home mate, very, very of the best of you. Of course, Tomo, the former navigator in this boat, he's got the twins at the feet, of course, giving in plenty. And g'day to Mrs. Tomo out there as well. Hey, there might be a bit of a rumour, guys, and I'm not too sure if this is a secret or not, but it's about to no longer be a secret there, Tomo. But good luck on the upcoming nuptials. I do expect an invite in the mail. I will fire you off an address a little bit later in the week. So, Cy Gibbon and Donna Thompson. And across the line there with a 50.717. So Simon into 4. Tim Betts out on track for the Group A category. This is an A and B driven boat. Earlier we saw Tim Coleman behind the wheel. This time it is Tim Betts, so it's the Tims out on track. Then of course, when you've got two Tims with skin in the game, you know it's going to be good. Jojo doing the navigational duties, Joe Capua, and I always get that wrong, so I've been instructed it is simply Jojo out on the track at the moment. And so Betsy now teaming up with Tim Coleman. Some people call him Tim and Timmer. Violent Tendencies, the name of the boat. So Betsy across the line with a 61.724. Ross Travers in Radioactive will be the next boat to face the starter, with Amanda Kitto doing the navigational duties. Amanda Kitto, third in the world as a navigator in the unlimited category, alongside Nick Berryman. So Amanda Kitto now stepping in as the navigator for Ross Travers. Amanda Kitto from Tikakino, the farm worker. Ross Travers self-employed out of Wanganui, of course. Ross Travers runs the Fordell garage down there. So if you're ever in Fordell, duck in, say good day to Roscoe and say, mate, KV sent me, and see if you get a discount. Not sure that you'll be able to achieve a discount based off those words, but anyway, it's worth a crack. So the A and B driven boat. This is Ross, the father, Super Mario. He's got the mustache that looks like Super Mario from the video game. So we have a little bit of fun with Super Mario. So Super Mario cracking out quite nicely at the moment. Amanda Kitto, certainly been around the sport for a number of years. Of course, old man Kitto, former racer, his daughter now in with Ross Travers as they head towards the line, split the middle, and a 52.845. 52.845 there from Ross Travers and Amanda Kitto.
I've got terrible writing. The person who, around last year in September, October, the person who inspired the original Super Mario character passed away.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I think it was, I don't know if it was just before the Worlds or while the Worlds was on.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, thank you. That's awesome. I'll stick that in there now that I understand what that means.
So, you know, now Moss is the only one left.
This will be quick. Ollie Silverton, Jess, sit number 1. one in the world, the pair of them in the Group A category. Ollie Silverman's home track and this clear PSP machine. GJ Gardner Holmes absolutely flying at the moment. Remember, this is only qualifying round number 2. Ollie Silverman driving this vessel like it is on rails. World number 1, but interestingly was in P. Oh, he's gone the wrong way, Ollie Silverton. We talked it up, and well, he's just taken a channel too early. So Ollie Silverton on a flyer turns it to custard. Take a short break while the rescue crew go and attend a rescue. All right, we now step up to the unlimited category for qualifying round number 2. Out on track at the moment is Jacob Simmons, Paul Newman. Jacob Simmons competing last year in the Group B category and stepping up into unlimited mode. So we will see some big things from these young fellas. Don't worry about that. Jacob Simmons not quite old enough to hold a driver's licence yet, but has got the controls of a V8 superboat unlimited style. So this will be interesting to see how these young men go throughout the course of the day. The guys from Hawke's Bay, the LSA 6.2 litre Chev. The Stinger holds 950 horsepower at the young man's disposal, and it's a 57.937. 57.937. Kyle Patrick now coming out on track, and our American Toddy, the one-eyed navigator. Kyle Patrick, the colour-blind electrical contractor. No, he's not really colour-blind, just made a good story from Positive Electrics. His first lap in this brand new package, and has gone, and now he is into his second run. Has not even sat in this boat until last night when they adjusted the seat belts. And, well, Darren Todd, the navigator here, so Toddy and Kyle. Well, Kyle running very wide. Whoa, I tell you what, ran that speed bowl. So all the people from North America certainly going to be keeping a very close eye on this brand new hull for Kyle Patrick. Darren Todd, the one-eyed navigator, normally sitting in alongside Baden Gray. So Kyle, too many pies, Patrick out on track at the moment. A little bit rough around that right-hander. Getting a little bit up the twin turbo and across the line, and they'll be pretty happy with that with a 54.0 or 54 dead. So if you want to know all about Kyle, too many pies, Patrick, I'll tell you. There we were a couple of days ago down in Rotorua, about to have a go on the zip line up near the luge there. You had to be under a certain weight. Kyle, too many pies, Patrick didn't make the weight. He was like a prized fighter standing there in his underwear to make the scale to go on the zip line. So, well, that's why we call him it. But he might suggest that it's Kyle, too many pubs, Patrick, after the week that we've had together. But anyway, we'll get back to that a little bit later as we go. Bevan Muir Racing with Teng Tools. Got the big block on board here, some 1,400 horsepower for this brand new package for Bevan Muir. Toyota Finance, Valley Toyota, DCN Drilling, FPP. Oh, Bevan Muir just turned that hairpin into a dog's breakfast. Kathy Muir doing the navigational duties. Oh, very late into that right-hander, just drifted a little bit too deep in there. Bevan Muir just through the washing machine, and it's Ella Costello in the navigator seat there. We'll get back to you with the time. That was a 54.035 there for Bevan. Greg Morgan now coming out onto the track. Turner doing the navigational duties here. The big blower hanging out the top of the engine bay. Oh, beautiful right-hander at the top part of the track. Oh, not so good into the hairpin. Greg Morgan, the builder out of Auckland, on board at the moment. across the line there with a 51.230, 51.230 for Moogie. Paddy Hayden now coming out from TA. Cole Hayden doing the navigational duties. The Schizo machine. Paddy Hayden local to this track for the first time in an unlimited superboat this season at Wanganui. Did pretty well. Bit of a squirt, just lining up that hairpin. Oh, that's a nice transition. Father and son team from TA across the line, 49.186, 49.186. Glen Head now. Haley Todd, this boat just super quiet as a mouse. Well, as quiet as a mouse until you step on it. So Glen Head in his first outing in qualifying round number 1 looked fairly relaxed indeed for Altherm window systems. And this boat has a starter motor similar to a Formula 1 car. They lean into the back, start the engine, pull the starter motor out, and away you go. So Glen Head, the split at a 25.843. Haley Todd doing the navigational duties here. And, well, if Glen Head can keep this package together throughout this season, he will be one of the red-hot favourites, not only here at round 2 at Meremere Jetsprint facility, but also for the overall Mouthfresh Championship. Glen Head, oh, have a look at that, 47.387. He's not even trying. That just looked like a Sunday afternoon drive, really. I don't even think he would have raised a sweat or got himself out of breath. And when you hear that stealth machine of those very, very quiet twin turbos on board that vessel, you just sit there and go, that is just phenomenal. It is a HRE 400 cubic inch twin turbo capable of 1,750 horsepower. Kevin Roberts now coming out with Kendra Death as the navigator. Kendra Death, the paint shop supervisor for Toyota New Zealand. Kevin Roberts contracting out of Foxton. This is the Nissan Twin Turbo. This one's got over 1,500 horsepower. Kevin Roberts been around the sport now for about 4 years. Stepped straight into the unlimited category. The Stinger boats, the Stinger race hull, 53 productions on board here. Just feeling his way around the track at the moment. This is what we expect Kevin Roberts to do. It's taken him a number of years to get hold of how to drive these boats, and the improvement has been slow but steady. All very wide around the big donut at the top end of the track there. Oh, gee, I tell you what, he's lucky he's got the 1,500 plus horsepower to get him out of a little bit of trouble. Went deep towards commentary. Kevin Roberts there with a 54.211. He and Kendra will be pretty happy with how that works out. What do we want? Time, travel. When do we want it? Well, it doesn't really bloody matter. Blake Bryant in the Bars Bugs machine. Kate Hoogerbrug should be out next, just waiting for the A-OK from that team. Peter Bryant just pushing a bit too hard. Need to get the trailer just that little bit deeper into the water. The GM Motorsport LS512 is the power plant here. 960 horsepower. The hydro pump is the jet unit. The hull is a Stinger. Kate Hoogerbrug, the sales manager from Z-Fruit. Blake Bryant, the farmer from Gisborne. Big farming operation up there in Gisborne. So the Bars Bugs machine out on course at the moment. These guys, if you go to 52 Jetsprint team on Facebook, you'll have a look at one of the most spectacular accidents at Bay Park there a couple of years ago. And a big burst of ball of flame, and it looked sensational. Well, Blake really tight around the donuts of the top part of the course. Not too bad in and out of that hairpin as well. So Blake Bryant and Kate Hoogerbrug looking pretty good, nice and early in qualifying round number 2 here at Meremere. Through the line there with Blake Bryant for a 48.649. 48.649 for Blake Bryant. This is qualifying round number 2 of the Unlimited Super Boats. The next boat out on the track will be the all-girls team of Pip Thompson and Karen Wakeland. This boat known as the Bitches Box. So Pip Thompson from Hawke's Bay, Karen Wakeland from Havelock North. The bookkeeper is Karen Wakeland. The customer service manager for the council is Pip Thompson. Link Industrial Manufacturing Systems, 0800 My Engine, some of the sponsors on board for this team. It's got the 6.2 litre Chev. Oh, Pip Thompson spun it out backwards at the hairpin. And well, we've got a few tyres loose now out of that hairpin and just floating down the track. Pip Thompson just waiting for the OK. Looks as though they've given us the OK for the rescue crew. Not quite sure. Yes, as they just move gently over to rescue the boat of Pip Thompson, and they will have to be rowing back. So the rescue jet ski heading out there as we get a bit of row your boat action. So the safety crew out there just going to remove those tyres from the course. Row your boat gently down the stream, merrily. Scott Donald, Nicole Reesby, wicked 2. Scotty Donald, you can hear him just throwing a little bit of acceleration at the 500 dart. Brand new Sprint Tech hull here. You can see Nicole pointing her partner in the right direction. Well, they've just done a little bit of extra work around the donut at the bottom part of the track. So Scotty Donald, Nicole Reesby out of Featherston. So Scotty Donald just still getting used to this new package. Traditionally goes out fairly tame. And seeing a little bit of this at the moment. Now just squeezes the foot around the speed bowl. Get a bit of the boogie on towards the end of the line. She's pretty rough out there at the moment, 59.602. We're not used to the wind coming straight up the course here, so certainly causing a few lumps and bumps in there where otherwise the water would dissipate across the facility. We're seeing the wind keep the waves standing up just that little bit more than these drivers are expecting and indeed used to. So certainly will be for interesting racing. The wind continued and forecast to continue at this strength, if not strengthened throughout the course of the day, as we see Aaron Hansen and Julianne Shanks head out on track. 500 small block in the Sprint Tech hull. Mo's Mowing and Mouthfresh among the sponsors on board here. Oh, a little bit ugly through there and a wrong way for Aaron Hansen and Julianne. They've worked it out. Now back on track proper. Certainly added a fair bit of time to that rotation. Purple and luminescent green vessel, 73 of Aaron Hansen. Time he won't be happy with. The wrong way wouldn't have helped in there, and a 58.395. Got the rotational error in the middle of that run. Added plenty of time to it. Oh, here is the meaner machine. Richard Murray, Steve Edmonds. This boat's been cutting out, just having a little bit of a hiccup. Been going on for a little while now. They still haven't quite got on top of it. Had a bit of a cutout during qualifying round number 1. What will the meaner machine with Richard Murray at the helm be able to produce here? Just as a reminder, he's qualifying round number 2 for the unlimited category. This boat uses around about 28 litres of methanol in some 50 seconds on the race. Richard Murray will be very aware, just waiting for that cutout. If this boat cuts out again, which we have known it to do over the last few meetings, that will put the gremlins in the head. He'll be just waiting for it. So while that's in the back of his mind, won't be able to fully concentrate as much as he would like. Steve Edmonds, an experienced navigator. So Richard Murray, oh, there it is. There is the cutout. And just before the line, so Richard Murray, Steve Edmonds up on the dirt. So that is not the way that Richard Murray would have liked to end that run. We were expecting that cutout. That would have been in the back of Richard's head, only, probably 40 metres away from the finish line there. So that'll be a DNF for those guys. The rescue crew put to work once again. We'll be back racing in just a minute. Okay, back to racing. Rob Coley, Ange Coley, the Mouthfresh machine, coming out onto track now. 600 cubic inches of, believe it or not, small block. So Rob Coley taking his first ever round win at Wanganui a month and a half ago to open up his season points for the Mouthfresh New Zealand Jetsprint Championship in the unlimited category in a sensational way. 0.1 of a second quicker than Glenn Head down there, so a little bit wide around that hairpin. But Rob Coley, since he's had his wife in the boat, doesn't have those moments of madness. We call him Mad Dog. He tended to stab the accelerator. Got Peter Coey working with him for the first 2 rounds of this season. Rob Coley, this is going to be a nice run. 46.634 quick time. Rob Coley not even trying. So Rob Coley 1.8 of a second roughly quicker than the silent assassin in Glen Head. All right, we got, we'll just try and turn this microphone on. Test. All right, Richard Murray, grab that microphone there. No, don't grab that microphone, we'll have to talk. What are you doing to your boat, mate?
Driving it around the track, trying to.
Why is it cutting out?
Oh, fuel issues. Hopefully we're going to get that sorted shortly.
Well, that'd be a good idea because that'll keep the gremlins out of the back of the head, hey?
Yeah, probably, yeah. We're just sort of trying to work out what the problem is. So the reason I didn't start it is that the data will be right where it's snuffed out, so that'll tell us, you know, exactly what was going on at that time. So.
All right, fantastic, mate. Well, you better get down there, sort that out. How's the new navigator, Steve Edmonds, going with you?
Oh, you know, he's squealing like a pig like normal, but no, he's all good. He's all good.
Good on you, Richard Murray, out of the meter machine. So now out on track, we've got the Mushroom Head boys, Dave Simmons and John Verry. And you want to know why they're the Mushroom Head boys, because when you have a look at these guys, they've got heads that make squash mushrooms look pretty. It's going to be a good run here for Dave Simmons and a 53.993. So the NZ Riverjet machine of Nick Big Berries Berryman, the man who, well, undertakes the life of fishing and hunting as his main game. So Tim Kiddo, old man Kiddo, doing the work here as the navigator. G'day to Michelle if you happen to be at Haven watching on the live stream. Hope you recover very quickly. And thank you once again. So Nick Berryman, the 410 Chev, the Whipple Supercharger. This engine beautifully prepared by Coleman Marine down in Martin, and indeed the boat as well. And this is the sort of style that we're used to seeing from Nick Berryman with Tim Kiddo at the helm. So Nick Berryman, number 3 in the world, number 2 last season in the New Zealand Championship. Well, a little bit knifey, right-hander, now around the speed bowl. And Nick Berryman, you see the boat bouncing there with a 48.484. So when these guys and girls are starting to get right up these boats, they are really starting to bounce around and cause a little bit of havoc. Some really big cross washes, not helped by the strengthening wind here at Meremere, making these boats very unsettled. So these guys and girls will really need to keep themselves under control, work out exactly how they're going to play the game as the day progresses. That winds out qualifying round number 2 for the unlimited category. We are going to reset the clocks and go racing in Q3 with the Group Bs.